Happy Thursday morning, everybody. Man, I tell you what, it is standing room only here in the living room. There's the queen over there. Look, two of my bosses. My mama, if she tells me to jump, I gotta jump. If Kim tells me to jump, I gotta jump. And my other boss,
Louie.
There he is, Charlie Marlowe. Charlie, what are we doing today?
We are, to quote Dave Portnoy and Barstool, we're unboxing. We're unboxing the 100,000 subscriber YouTube trophy.
That's right. But, all right, coffee with Kenny this morning. First of all, they all invaded my space. I made a coffee and I was sitting on the couch and they all started showing up. So Matthew Elder, he's a local racer. This coffee with Kenny is for Matthew Elder. Matthew came by the shop and I gave him 3 tires that had 1 race on them, 20-lap feature. And Matthew just sent me this long, maybe 3-inch beautiful text. You can tell he put a lot of effort into it. And he said, Kenny, he said, I see how hard you work, you know, as a 60-year-old man. And he says, I see how you go and win these races as a 60-year-old man. And it was really a unique thought process. And I said, okay, I'll do the coffee with Kenny for you. He said, what is the difference between the effort that you put in when you won those 9 NASCAR races, when you were racing for a living in NASCAR, between now? You know, my mom used to have this little statue sitting on our coffee table. It was the Thinker. Some of you older people will remember the Thinker. And it was a statue, and the statue was like this. So, you know, the great Dick Trickle was a philosopher too. I think a lot of you are catching on now. This is the one. Don't get mad at me. Blame it on her. The reason I'm the way I am is because of this one. If you're around her at all, you go, oh, now I know why Kenny's the way he is. Her. I'm a carbon copy of her. So I am a thinker. I'm a philosopher. I can come across as a goofy bastard, but I'm super smart. Oh, I've been breaking my arm so much lately. Hank, calm down. Calm down. We having fun. I said on another video yesterday, I had a couple people going, that Wallace has been sarcastic. I don't know if I like him. We're having fun. We're having fun. You know, when people like to, debate in school, that's, debate. They used to battle debates. Come on, let's battle. I'm going to be right. It's called debate class. So that's where we get it, right? You want to be right, and I want to be right. So I make fun of it. I'm right, you're wrong. You're a dumbass, I'm the best. She goes, oh, you should hear yourself. I said, I do hear myself, Mama. I love me. So anyway, this is for Matthew Elder. Matthew, I'm 60 years old, and I went through that period where I should quit. And then I talked to the greatest race car drivers to ever live. I talked to Don Perdome. I talked to Walker Evans, 12-time off-road champion. I talked to Kenny Schrader. They all said to me, oh my God, don't quit racing, because if you quit racing, you're going to miss it so much. I had my whole family on my ass to stop racing, and it was my own family. It was that one over there. Kim, my daughter, they all said, no, Dad, we don't want you to stop racing because we think you'll go crazy. But we just want you to slow down and attend our daughter's birthdays and things like that. So here's my answer. I'm long-winded, I know. You all tell me that too. And I'm getting to the point now. The difference between me back in my NASCAR days as a race car driver and me now is now I don't beat myself up as bad when I run bad. So if I run bad now, I mean, by the time I'm loading the race car up, I'm over it. Although it does bother me. So years ago, when I was in NASCAR and I did bad, you can ask that one over there. It was devastating. So when I did bad in NASCAR, I would break out in welts on my neck, and my career was over. And I was going to live under a bridge in a cardboard box. I don't want you to go through it, because NASCAR is the highest form of motorsports there is. And here I am, a little redneck kid out of Missouri, and I'm thinking, holy shit, I made it to NASCAR. So anything that happened to me when I raced in NASCAR was god awful. Just horrible, because that's where I made all my money. Okay, so that's your answer, Matthew. I'm not going to belabor the point. Nowadays, I work as hard on my race car right now at 60 years old than I did back then. And the difference is just that. I'm not going to keep explaining myself. I'm bad at repeating myself. Finally, here's the difference between now, and then. Now, when I run bad, I'm over it. Don't bother me, because I'm at the end of my career anyway. Back then, I could never got over it. To this day, it still bothers me that I never won a cup race. But I run second 3 times, and I'm still a badass. I'm still a badass. And I'll tell you who taught me that. Mark Martin. He would say, Herman, you are the man. Mark Martin is a badass, and he carries himself like that. And that's why he likes that rap music. So you got to tie all this shit together. There's a lot of psychology that goes into athletes. Listen to the Denny Hamlin conversation. All athletes got to have that edge. And if you don't think you're somebody, you'll lose. Even if you're quiet, you still got to think on the inside, I'm going to kick their ass. So I don't run around the pits going, I'm going to kick your ass. I stay in my own trailer and I race. She likes that because she's a badass. My mom watched that Kenny conversation with Danica Patrick. Okay, speak up a little bit. Tell me about that Danica Patrick conversation.
I just loved it. I just loved it. I love her grit. I love her determination. I hate all the badass guys that got on her case.
Mom, they're male chauvinists. They don't have a clue. They sit on their ass.
Well, somebody should tell them. But anyhow, it was a super conversation.
My mom was a race car driver. That's why I like Hailie Deegan. Mom raced. She won everything.
I don't know what to say about that.
I said it all. All right. We made Charlie happy. We're at 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Got to go.